So when we look at all of the observations that have been made around Upheaval Dome, they really fall into three categories, and that's what this table is trying to show, are those three categories. The first are the observations that are consistent with the pinch-off model, which is the salt tectonics model, and also compatible with the impact model. So for example, this would be all of the observations about the overall structure of the area and how there's extension and shortening in the middle. Now those observations are consistent with both models, so they don't really help you to distinguish between the two models. And there are quite a few of observations like that. Then the second category is observations that are consistent with the salt model, but are not consistent. It cannot be explained in the meteor model. So that would be this set right in here, consistent with the salt model, not consistent with the meteor model. And those would be all the observations about the sediments deposited nearby, which suggest that this structure was active for many millions of years, more than 100 million years before the meteor would have hit, that there was actually salt moving around in this area before any meteor could have been in play. So those are observations that tend to favor the salt model exclusively. Then there is a third category of observations which are compatible with the meteor model, but not compatible with the salt model. In other words, the salt model can't explain them. So those would be the things like the shocked quartz, and there has been some suggestion that there are shatter cones in the area. Those are observations that would be consistent with the meteor model, but not consistent with the salt model. Now, as I said in one of the other videos, I think there are other explanations that can be advanced for these, but if you look at the overall pattern, we've got two observations that favor the meteor model and not the salt model, and we have 20 observations which favor the salt model but not the meteor model. So there is still some uncertainty about this because we didn't fill in all of any of these columns. However, I think the preponderance of the evidence suggests that the salt model right now, given what we know, is the best explanation for Upheaval Dome.